Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2025 Leaf Metal Women of Sport that we're going to be getting into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know if we go live and to be live. Box number one. Good luck, everybody. Harmony Turner, 1 of 1. Bella Sims, 4 of 5. Olivia Rothfeld, 1 of 1. Kelsey Plum, 1 of 6. Tania Lotson, 9 of 10. Lisa Leslie, 1 of 4. Cassidy Cook, 4 of 5. And Quad Auto, Tahina Pow Pow, Bree Hall, Caitlin Chin, and Harmony Turner, 2 of 4. That'll be headed to random.org at the end of the break. Stay tuned for that if you have any of those 4 ladies. Sure, we'll have more than that going to random.org by the end. Box 2. Maddie Hayes, 1 of 2. Georgia Moore, 1 of 1. Olivia Miles, 1 of 1. Cameron Brink, 3 of 10. Reagan Smith, 5 of 8. Mira O'Neill, 10 of 10. Kai Trump, 1 of 1. And Sophie Cunningham, 1 of 1. Box 3. Camila Cardosa, 1 of 1. Maddie Weber, 4 of 10. Natalie Spooner, 3 of 8. Sophie Cunningham, 1 of 1. Caitlin Sermonara, 6 of 6. Jada Ginla, 5 of 7. Amber Glenn, Liquid Fire, die cut, 1 of 1. And Kayla Harrison, 5 of 6. Box 4. Oh, we have got a very big card coming up. Cheryl Miller, 1 of 1. Haley Van Lith, 6 of 6. Hannah Hidalgo, 1 of 1. Diana Taurasi, 4 of 8. Tahina Pow Pow, 3 of 3. Kay Martin, 1 of 1. Michelle Watterson Gomez, 7 of 10. And Octet, Octo Auto, Chris Cyborg, Kayla Harrison, Killer, Juliana Miller, Juliana Pena, Kaylin Sermonara, Aaron Blanchfield, Montana De La Rosa, and Michelle Watterson Gomez. 1 of 3 Octo Auto. Boom. Well, that will be going to random.org as well. So stay tuned for that if you have any of those 8. We'll knock that out, pun intended, at the end. Box 5. Toby Fournier. 161 of 199. Maya Paldo, 3 of 10. Sarah Bacon, 5 of 7. Sophia Panosian, 2 of 2. Vanita Crouch, 1 of 1. And Hidalgo, 1 of 2. Zakiya Johnson, 2 of 2. And 12 gauge Paige Van Zandt. LFG. 1 of 1. Ask and you shall receive, apparently. Box 6. Should have another case card in here. No B on card. Inscribed Jeanette Lee. Boom. Black Widow. 116 out of 150. Jeanette Lee, 8 of 10. Jenica Lewis, 1 of 6. Kaylin Ohashi, 1 of 1. Marley O'Day, 1 of 3. Hannah Cavender, 1 of 5. Dominique Malanga, 2 of 2. And Caitlin Chen, 1 of 1. Kiki Iriafen, 1 of 1. Lisa Leslie, 1 of 1. Hope Solo, 6 of 6. Jacqueline Cavalcanti, 1 of 1. Leah Jansen, 1 of 1. Irina Trashenko, 7 of 10. Diamans, 1 of 1. And Diana Taurasi, 6 of 6. Box 8. Kim Mulkey, 1 of 1. Hannah Cavender, 7 of 7. Michelle Watterson Gomez, 2 of 8. Farrah Walters, 1 of 1. Georgia Moore, 6 of 8. Mikhail Michelle Brown, 5 of 8. Kim Mulkey, 4 of 5. And Katie Ledecky, 4 of 5. How does she keep getting away with it? Skinned a flamingo and a tiger. Box 9, Cynthia Cooper, 8 of 10. Aaron Andrews, 2 of 2. Ava Hunt, 1 of 6. Bella Meir, 5 of 10. Sophia Smith, 1 of 4. Olivia Rothfeld, 1 of 1. Juliana Pena, 7 of 8. And Toby Fournier, 5 of 5. And final box of the break, box number 10. Good luck, everybody. On card inscribed for Cheryl Swoops, 88 of 100. Kayla Harrison, 2 of 6. Kaylin Chen, 1 of 1. Kay Martin, 1 of 1. Montana De La Rosa, 1 of 1. Ma Paldo, 2 of 8. Bella Meir, 3 of 10. And Cheryl Miller, 3 of 8. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break. As always, really do appreciate it. Look forward to having y'all back in here sometime soon. We do have more of this up and running. All right. For the hits, Harmony Turner, Bella Sims, Olivia Rothfeld, Kelsey Plum, Tania Lawson, Lisa Leslie, Cassidy Cook, Maddie Hayes, Georgia Moore, Olivia Miles, Cameron Brink, Reagan Smith, Miara O'Neill, Kai Trump, Sophie Cunningham, Camila Cardosa, Maddie Weber, Natalie Spooner, Sophie Cunningham, Kaylin Sermonara, Jada Ginla, Amber Glenn, Kayla Harrison, Cheryl Miller, Haley Van Lith, Hannah Hidalgo, Diana Taurasi, Tahina Paopao, Kate Martin, Michelle Watterson-Gomez, Maya Paldo, Sarah Bacon, Sophia Panosian, Vanita Crouch, Hannah Hidalgo, Zakia Johnson, 12 Gauge, Paige Van Zant, Jeanette Lee, Jenica Lewis, Caitlin Ohashi, Marley O'Day, Hannah Cavender, Dominique Malaga, Kaylin Chen, Kiki Irioffen, Lisa Leslie, Hope Solo, Jacqueline Cavalcanti, Leah Jansen, Irina Trushenko, Diamans, Diana Taurasi, Kim Mulkey, Hannah Cavender, Michelle Watterson-Gomez, Vera Walters, Georgia Moore, Mikhail Michelle Brown, Kim Mulkey, Katie Ledecky, Cynthia Cooper, Aaron Andrews, Ava Hunt, Bella Meir, Sophia Smith, Olivia Rothfeld, Juliana Pena, Toby Fournier, Kayla Harrison, Caitlin Chen, Kay Martin, Montana De La Rosa, Maya Paldo, Bella Meir, and Cheryl Miller. On cards for Toby Fournier, Jeanette Lee, and Cheryl Miller. And headed to random.org. Quad Auto, Tina Paopao, Bree Hall, Caitlin Chen, and Harmony Turner. And Octo Auto, Chris Cyborg, Kayla Harrison, Killer, Juliana Miller, Juliana Pena, Kaylin Sermonara, Aaron Blanchfield, Montana De La Rosa, and Michelle Watterson-Gomez. Alright, that is it for Women of Sport. Thank you all again for being here. Hope you have a great rest of your Monday. We are on to 2025 Leaf Metal Football here in a minute. Going to get that set up and good to go. First, we're going to head to random.org and take care of these two. We'll be back to that in just a second. Alright, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Could be theory high to be valid for us. We're going to go 7 times on each random, starting off with Tahina Paopao, Bree Hall, Kaylin Chen, Harmony Turner. That is 6 times. On a roll. Harmony Turner coming out on top. Congratulations. And finally, Chris Cyborg, Kayla Harrison, Juliana Miller, Juliana Pena, Kaylin Sermonara, Aaron Blanchfield, Montana De La Rosa, and Michelle Watterson-Gomez. That is 6 times. Final roll. And Kayla Harrison with the win. Congratulations. Alright, that is it for Women of Sport. We'll be back in just a second with 2025 Leaf Metal Football. Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. We've got one case of 2025 Leaf Metal Football Hobby to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know when we go live and go live. Also, need to mention no purchase necessary for link down in the description. Box number 1, Elijah Haven, out of 149. Jackson Arnold, 6 of 49. Jamie French, 5 of 7. Jake Brennenstuhl, 13 of 15. James Simon, 4 of 5. Jerome Miles, 5 of 10, and this is a cool one. Dual auto for Steve Spurrier and Urban Meyer. Boom. 1 of 4. Box number 2. Cam Skadaboo and Caden Dixon Wyatt out of 149. Malachi Ziegler, 1 of 3. Haas Haney, 9 of 10. Miller Moss, 14 of 15. Evans Voda, 1 of 1. And Lenore Sellers, 2 of 10. Box 3, Oscar Delp, 25 of 25. Ricky Collins, out of 149. Nick Harbour, 2 of 5. Colin Lacey, 7 of 7. Roman Wilson, 8 of 8. Jabari Mack, 1 of 4. And triple auto, Elijah Haven, Brady Evans, and Malachi Ziegler, 2 of 3. Box number 4. Jalen Milroe, 15 of 49. Mason Holtzclaw, out of 149. Deshaun Riddell, 2 of 8. Derek Baker, 1 of 1. Kendrick Law, 5 of 7. Max Brosmer, 1 of 1. And Matthew Golden, 22 of 25. Box 5, Nico Martial, 1 of 1. Dan Marino, 1 of 1. Nick Anderson, 1 of 5. And Daniel Mulkey, 4 of 5. Tommy Willott, 2 of 10. Ty Hawkins, 1 of 10. And Jeremiah Love, 4 of 8. The Rifle Heisman winner. Kind of crazy we won't see him play again, though. Jerome Bettis, upright, die cut, 6 of 10. DeMond Williams Jr., out of 149. Tyler Cherry, 9 of 10. Brandon Aubrey, 10 of 15. Brazil Shepard, printing play 1 of 1. Amari Miller, 10 of 10. And Faison Brandon, 1 of 5. Crossing the halfway point, box number box number 7. I don't know how I almost said box number 10. Tyler Cherry out of 149. Hines Ward 1 of 10. Penny Bone 1 of 7. Edgerrin James 3 of 5. Raheem Sanders 1 of 5. Dylan Sampson 4 of 10. And DeMond Williams Jr. 4 of 5. Rider Lions 6 of 25. Avery Johnson out of 149. Lewis Bond 4 of 10. Jeremiah McClellan 1 of 1. Ethan Kaliakmanis 10 of 15. Helmet Kasuga 1 of 1. And George McIntyre 1 of 1. Box 9. Gunnar Stockton out of 149. Xavier Restrepo out of 149. Ryan Montgomery 7 of 8. Celeste Moa, pretty play 1 of 1. Jalen Daniels 12 of 15. Dallin Hayden 1 of 2. And Sam Levitt 18 of 25. Box 10. James Simon, 31 of 49. Troy Polamalu out of 149. Maverick McIver, 8 of 10. Jalen Lucas, 1 of 10. Jalil Farouk, 1 of 10. Kyle Managa, 4 of 7. And Shador Sanders, 10 of 15. Box 11. Patrick Mahomes out of 149. Dallin Hayden out of 149. Luke McCaffrey, 1 of 1. Amari Huggins Bruce, 2 of 2. Jordan James, 4 of 5. Will Griffin, pretty play 1 of 1. And Diego Pavia, 5 of 15. Bottom box of the break, box of 12. Good luck, everybody. Juju Lewis, out of 149. Adrian Peterson, 19 of 49. Jadarian Price, 1 of 1. Jeray Tank Hawkins, 1 of 3. Walker White, 1 of 10. Riley Leonard, he doesn't look that horrible yesterday, 1 of 10. And Cam Coleman, 1 of 12. I said that horrible. It wasn't the best. It just wasn't the worst. It wasn't Max Brosmer. It wasn't Kirk Cousins. For the hits, Elijah Haven, Jackson Arnold, Jamie French, Jake Brennan-Stool, James Simon, Jerome Miles, Cam Skadaboo, Caden Dixon-Wyatt, Malachi Ziegler, Haas Haney, Miller Moss, Evan Zavoda, Lenore Sellers, Oscar Delp, Ricky Collins, and Nick Harbor, Colin Lacey, Roman Wilson, Jabari Mack, Jalen Milroe, Mason Holtzclaw, Deshaun Riddell, Derek Baker, Kendrick Law, Max Broser, Matthew Golden, Nico Martial, Dan Marino, Nick Anderson, Daniel Melky, Tommy Malott, Ty Hawkins, Jeremiah Love, DeMond Williams Jr., Tyler Cherry, Brandon Aubrey, Brazell Shepard, Amari Miller, Dazon Brandon, Jerome Bettis, Tyler Cherry, Hines Ward, Penny Boone, Edrin James, Raheem Sanders, Dylan Sampson, Demond Williams Jr., Ryder Lyons, Avery Johnson, Lewis Bond, Jeremiah McClellan, Ethan Kalikmanis, Helmet Kasuga, George McIntyre, Gunnar Stockton, Xavier Restrepo, Ryan Montgomery, Celeste Moa, Jalen Daniels, Dallin Hayden, Sam Levitt, James Simon, Troy Polamalu, Maverick McIver, Jalen Lucas, Jalil Farouk, Kyle Mananga, Shador Sanders, Patrick Mahomes, Dallin Hayden, Luke McCaffrey, Amari Huggins Bruce, Jordan James, Will Griffin, Diego Poppy, Juju Lewis, Adrian Peterson, Jadarian Price, Jeray Tank Hawkins, Walker White, Riley Leonard, and Cam Coleman. And headed to random.org. Dual auto for Steve Spurrier and Urban Meyer. And Elijah Haven, Brady Edmonds, and Malachi Ziegler. Alright, we're going to head to random.org real quick and knock these two out. Bro, why you steal my name? Why you steal our name? We've been here since like 2018. What you been doing? Alright, we'll be back with the randoms in just a minute. Alright, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Get it through your high out for us. Got to go 3 times on each random. Starting off with Steve Spurrier and Urban Meyer. That is 2 times. On a rope. Steve Spurrier with the win. Congratulations. And Elijah Haven, Brady Edmonds, and Malachi Ziegler. That is 2 times. On a rope. Elijah Haven with the win. Congratulations. Alright, that is it for football. We'll be back in just a few minutes with 2025 Leafs Metal Sports Heroes Multi-Sport Solo Edition. Catch you guys then. All right, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2025 Leaf Metal Sports Heroes Multisport Solo Edition that we're going to be getting into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live and we go live. Also, to mention no printers not safe, link down in the description. Box number 1. Good luck, everybody. Or box. Technically, it is box number 1. It's the only box. Pack number 1. Ja Morant. 10/35. Dual auto, Shedeur Sanders and Jalen Milroe. 3 of 8. That'll be headed to random.org at the end of the break. Stay tuned for that if you have either of those guys. Tom Glavine, on card inscribed. 30 of 100. Frank Thomas, on card inscribed. 96 of 100. Magic Johnson, on card inscribed, 107 to 150. Bo Jackson, take that, 5 of 15. Ricky Henderson, 1 of 2. Edgar Martinez, 6 of 6. Thurman Thomas, 34 of 35. Dual auto for Gem Cat and Tony Oliva, 2 of 2. That'll also be headed to random.org into the break. Gary Payton, on card inscribed, 48 of 100. Jaden Daniels, 3 of 15. Jesse Barfield, 3 of 5. Dante Hall, 2 of 5. Dylan Gabriel, 23 of 30. Brandy Chastain, 8 of 15. Raheem Rocket Ismail, 9 of 30. Oven St. Peru, 9 of 30. Mitch Richmond, 8 of 9. Warren Moon, 4 of 4. Gary Sheffield, 15 of 35. Omar Vizquel, 30 of 35. Mel Blount, 2 of 7. Dwight Howard. 9 of 15. And final card of the break. Pack 25. Will be Jamie Moyer. 2 of 9. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you all so much for being part of the break. As always, go and get a hit recap going real quick, and then we'll take care of our 2 randoms. For the hits, Frank Thomas, Bo Jackson, Edgar Martinez, Gary Payton, Dante Hall, Dylan Gabriel, Brandon Chastain, Gary Sheffield, and Dwight Howard. John Morant, Magic Johnson, Jaden Daniels, Jesse Barfeld, Oven St. Peru, Mitch Richmond, Omar Vizquel, Mel Blunt, and Jamie Moyer. Tom Glavine, Ricky Henderson, Thurman Munson, or Thurman Thomas, Raheem Rocket Ismail, and Warren Moon. It is definitely Monday. And dual autos going to random.org, Shador Sanders and Jalen Milroe, and Gem Cat Tony Oliva. All right, that is it for Multisport. We are on to 2025 Leaf Spectacular Baseball here in a few minutes. Going to get that set up and good to go. But first, we're going to head to random.org and knock these 2 out. We'll be back with that in just a second. All right, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Got to be high to be valid for us. Nope, that's not going to work. That will. We're going to go 7 times on each random, starting off with Jim Cannon, Tony Oliva. That is 6 times. Final roll. Tony Oliva with the win. Congratulations. And Shador Sanders and Jalen Milroe. That is 6 times. Final roll. Shador Sanders with the win. Congratulations. All right, we'll be back in just a few minutes around the top of the hour with 2025 Leaf Spectacular Baseball. Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2025. A least spectacular baseball to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live and if you're live. Also, new mention, no purchase necessary. For link down in the description. Box number 1. Good luck, everybody. Start off with Trevor Hoffman, 1 of 6. Levon Hernandez, 1 of 10. And Jason Giambi, 2 of 2. Mark McGuire, 18 of 35, quad patch. Octo patch, Nolan Ryan, Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani, Vladimir Guerrero, Troy Gloss, Rod Carew, Don Baylor, and Wally Joyner. 1 of 3. That'll be headed to random.org at the end of the break. Stay tuned if you have any of those 8 guys. There'll be plenty more randoms where that came from, including Ken Griffey Jr. and Edgar Martinez. 1 of 5 dual auto. Boom. Box 2. Lenny Dykstra, 6 of 6. AJ Gracia, 2 of 15. And Paul Molitor, 7 of 25. Patch auto. That's sick. One of 1, Derek Jeter. Boom. One of 1, Lou Gehrig. And of course, Joe Torre, Jim Leland, Terry Francona, and Bruce Bochy, 5 of 5. Quad auto. And final box to break, box number 3. Reggie Jackson, 1 of 3. On card, Manny Ramirez, 1 of 5. And the big hurt, Frank Thomas, 18 of 25, patch auto. Boom. 1 of 1. Quad patch Ken Griffey Jr. Boom. Game used patches. 11 of 15. Times of Yore. Roger Hornsby, Stan Musial, Mickey Mantle, Roberto Clemente, Eddie Collins, Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, and Joe DiMaggio. And final card of the break will be a dual auto, Johnny Bench and Pete Rose. Keys to the City. 1 of 1. Boom. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you all so much for being part of the break. As always, spending a little bit of your Monday morning here with us. Do appreciate that. Look forward to having y'all back in here sometime soon. Now let's go ahead and get a hit recap going. Now we can take care of our randoms. For the hits, AJ Gracia, Derek Jeter, and Frank Thomas. Livan Hernandez, Jason Giambi, Mark McGuire, Lenny Dykstra, Paul Molitor, Lou Gehrig, 1 of 1, Manny Ramirez, and Ken Griffey Jr., 1 of 1. Trevor Hoffman and Reggie Jackson. And headed to random.org. Dual autos for Ken Griffey Jr., Edgar Martinez, Johnny Bench, and Pete Rose. Quad auto, Joe Torre, Jim Leland, Terry Francona, Bruce Bochy. Octo patch, Roger Hornsby, Stan Musial, Mickey Mantle, Roberto Clemente, Eddie Collins, Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, and Joe DiMaggio. And Nolan Ryan, Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani, Vladimir Guerrero, Troy Gloss, Rod Carew, Don Baylor, and Wally Joyner. Alright, that is it for us for today. Thank y'all again. This has been BMC Collectibles Breaks, and we're going to head to random.org real quick and knock these 5 out. We'll be back with that in just a second. All right, we've got Random the Dork pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Got to theory high to be valid for us. We're going to go 5 times on each random, starting off with Ken Griffey Jr. and Edgar Martinez. That is 4 times. Final roll. Ken Griffey Jr. with the win. Congratulations. Next up, Johnny Bench and Pete Rose, 1 of 1. That is 4 times. Final roll. Pete Rose with the win. Congratulations. Quad Auto. Joe Torre, Jim Leland, Terry Francona, and Bruce Bochy. Final roll. Jim Leland with the win. Congratulations. Octo Patch. Roger Hornsby, Stan Musial, Mickey Mantle, Roberto Clemente, Eddie Collins, Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, and Joe DiMaggio. That is 4 times. Final roll. Mickey Mantle coming out on top. Congratulations. And finally, Nolan Ryan, Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani, Vladimir Guerrero, Troy Gloss, Rod Carew, Don Baylor, and Wally Joyner. That is 4 times. Final roll. Wally Joyner with the win. Congratulations. All right, that is it for us for today. Thank you guys again. This has been BMC Collectibles Breaks. Till next, everybody, hope you have a great rest of your Monday.